Hey guys, it's Steph and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be testing out E.L.F. makeup. I have done this video before. It was quite a while ago though. I feel like I did my makeup completely differently and obviously I haven't tried out everything from E.L.F. So we're doing it again. So over the past few months, I have been stocking up on a bunch of E.L.F. goodies. I think I have pretty much everything. I think the only thing I don't have is like a setting powder. I did order one, but I don't know where it is. It's never arrived. So yeah, I don't have a setting powder. So yeah, I've got a bunch of different things to try out. I have things like base products. I've got this highlighter, which I've swatched. It doesn't look amazing, but I'm still like, I don't know, I'm really excited by this. I've got things like bronzers, other highlighters, lip plumpers, foundation, their new concealer. So without further ado, let's get it on my face. Let's work on some ears. I don't want to ruin this majestic. Wow. Oh. So first up, let's just, ow. All right, so first up, try not to stab myself in the eye there. I'm gonna use this little lip exfoliator. I've had one of these before and I really, really like it. So I did pick up another one just in like a different flavor, scent. I don't know what you call it. This one is in the scent Rose. Ooh, that smells really good. Smells like an old lady and I love old ladies. So this just looks obviously like a lipstick. And at first it doesn't really have much of a scrub. But as you kind of work in your lips and like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love this stuff. This stuff's really good as like a lip scrub because I find that I love lip scrubs. I always use them. But sometimes it can get a little bit annoying going like, and just getting the bits everywhere. So these are good. And once you kind of wear down the first bit, they get really, really scratchy and they make your lips look massive. Give it a little scrub and then just wipe it off. Ain't got no time for messing around today. All right, so for primer, I think this is a primer. Yeah, this silicone-free primer stick blurs the look of pores, fine lines, and imperfections. So this is called the Prep and Blur Stick, and it's in the shade Sheer. I guess they do like other shades. So looks like this. Seems like you get a fair amount of product. I don't want to wind it up because knowing my luck, I won't be able to wind it back down. Doesn't really have a smell. It's kind of like moisturizing to start off with, but it does sink into the skin really, really quickly. Doesn't really make like the skin on my hands look any different, but I guess it's probably not really gonna. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, do I just like do some stripes on my face? With their instructions. Going on fairly easily, it is dragging a little bit, so you do want to kind of use a light hand. Yeah, so it starts off feeling like kind of moisturizing, a little bit tacky almost. Almost kind of like a balm. And then, yeah, it just kind of like instantly dries down almost. I feel like my skin kind of looks exactly the same as it did before. Doesn't feel like anything though, which is good. Yeah, all my pores are kind of looking pretty much exactly the same. So I don't really feel like it's done much. So now I'll move on to foundation. So this is the Flawless Finish Foundation and I have it in the shade Cashew. I feel like I've maybe tried this one before. I remember that the E.L.F. foundation I originally tried, I didn't really love. But a lot of you guys have been recommending this to me recently. So I don't know if this is new. Is this new? Have I already tried it? I don't know, but we're going to be chucking it on my face today. So it's a nice glass bottle. Obviously, it has got a pump and inside you get 20 ml, so a little bit less than a normal foundation. And you're in it now. All right, so that's the color that it looks like. Obviously, it's not matching my face. It's matching the rest of my body because I'm a little bit more yellow on the rest of my body. So we are kind of like matching my fake tan. That looks like it should be okay. Dot that over my skin. And then I just kind of buff it in. It smells like a diptyque candle I've got that I'm too scared to burn because they're too expensive. I got it as a gift from my manager for Christmas and every so often I just sniff it because I'm like, I don't want to burn that. It's like 40 quid for a candle. If I burn it, I'm not buying myself a new one. But this smells like it. So maybe I'll just start sniffing bottles of E.L.F. foundation. I mean, it's not giving me crazy coverage because I can still see some of the spots that I've got on my face. Guess who's been digging at her face again? Me. Maybe a little bit yellow, but I mean, by the time we add like a lighter color concealer, should even me up a bit. Does seem to be gripping on the primer a little bit though. I feel like in some areas, I don't know, I feel like the primer is a little bit grippy, which is normally good because obviously it will keep your foundation on, but it's not very good when it's like making your foundation kind of slide off your face. I mean, I'm not really loving this. I'll be honest. It's not horrendous. I feel like I've tried this foundation, you know? Because I feel like I kind of had similar experiences with it then. Just doesn't really sit on my skin as like amazingly as I would hope it would. Like some areas of my skin, it's sitting on there absolutely fine. Literally does just look like skin. But other areas, it's just looking a little bit patchy. Yeah, it's like, if you start to blend it, like over blend it, it just kind of disappears. Yeah, I don't really like that. Which is weird because I know a lot of you said that you really like this foundation. So let me know how you use it. Maybe it'll work better with like a moisturizing base or something underneath. Let me know because I'd be curious. Because I love the smell. Next up is one of their latest products that they've launched, which is called the 16-Hour Concealer. It is their camo concealer, I think. So it's full coverage and it's matte, and I got mine in the shade Medium Sand. So I'm hoping, oh my God, that looks very light. I'm hoping that this will kind of like sort me out a little bit. For Medium Sand, that's very light. Wow, I don't even know how much is too much at this point. Okay. That has coverage. That does actually have a lot of coverage. Look at the difference in that. Okay, this looks promising. This looks a little bit better. Just think, because I don't really want to highlight any of my spots with this, but I also want the coverage on the rest of my face. So I don't really know how I'm going to tackle this. Yo, when they said this was matte, they were not lying. This is really matte. By the way, soon, I know it's annoying that it's not happening like right now. Ollie and I are setting up like a separate camera that'll shoot things like a lot closer so you guys can see how like the foundation and eyeshadow maybe like looks on my skin in future videos. So for example, with this, I know with my lights, like you can't always necessarily see everything, even though I do film in like 4K and everything like that. It's, you know, not always really easy to see like imperfections or see how like a foundation's applying or whatever. So soon, gonna get a separate camera like pretty close to me, and it's gonna fully just zoom in on my skin so you guys can see the texture. So when I'm talking about like, I don't know how product's applying, if I'm not liking it or I'm really, really liking it, I'll just do like little cutaways so you guys can see what it looks like. Okay. That concealer is very, very full coverage. I will give it that. It's not the right color for me around my spots, so I am just going to go back in with a touch of foundation. I say a touch and I've just done like a full pump. And see if that can kind of help me out a bit there. Next, we'll move on to something that I didn't even know E.L.F. did, but I'm very, very excited about this. It is called the Jelly Highlighter. So this one here, obviously, I got like a golden champagne sort of shade. It is called Cloud. And I love little wiggly jelly highlighters. I love it. So I'm just going to take whatever is in the lid, and I'm going to take that on my little ring finger. This looks more of like a liquid than a jelly. It's kind of like, obviously it is wiggly and jellyish, but it's also quite liquidy. Yeah, for a split second then I was getting very, very, very excited because I thought it was going to be really blinding. But I feel like it's kind of disappeared on my skin. Let me try that again. Like at first, you know, you pop it on and you look at it and you think, oh, hello. Like, what's going on here? It's there after the second application, but I mean, I was expecting a little bit more. It's like, as soon as it's blended, it's like too blended out and there's no real shimmer to it. What? It's all right. Do I like it more? Like, am I giving it a few extra little bonus points because it's got like a really weird jelly consistency and because it's just a little bit of fun to play with? Yes. Do I like the color? Yes. Does it apply okay? Applies absolutely fine. There's no real issues with it. It's just, you are definitely paying for more of a gimmick. Liquid highlighters work way better, but it is fun. But would I pick another one? No. So next, I'm just going to powder everything down. And like I said, I don't have an E.L.F. powder, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my good old faithful Laura Mercier to see how that works. Tiny bit of creasing, but again, nothing out of the ordinary. I'm just going to go ahead and set that down under my eyes. The highlighter is still there. It has dimmed quite a bit, but it's still there. You can still see it kind of glowing if I like move my head around. I'm now going to go ahead and fill in my brows. So I have two different brow products. I have the brow pencil in neutral brown. This is just like their kind of standard, more like affordable line, I think. And then we have the Beautifully Bare Sheer Tint Brow Gel in medium. So I'm going to go in with that first. Very, very simple packaging. Ooh, the skinniest little wand in the world. What the hell? Weird. I don't really know how this is going to do anything to my brows, but okay. Does feel a bit weird because the little like bristle thing is so flimsy. It doesn't really feel like I'm doing much. I do have to like go over my brows a few times, but it is coating them. And yeah, it does seem to be stiffening them out nicely. Love a good stiff brow. All right, that'll do. Yeah, that's not bad. Good colour. Spoolie's interesting. And I like how crispy it's made my brows. So now I'm going to go in with this, guys. This was the brow pencil. So for this, the packaging is fairly standard. It's like one of their more affordable ranges. We've just got a little spoolie on one side. And then on this side, we've just got a kind of like nibby pencil situation. It's not like one of those angled nibs. It's also not one of those super skinny ones. It's kind of just like, I don't know. It's a very standard kind of nib. Colour looks good again. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my brows. Just lift my arch up a touch. I've always thought about getting a tiny, tiny little bit of microblading done just to lift my brows, because I don't really fill them in that much anymore. I literally just like lift up the arch. But I've seen way too many horror stories and just like people coming out with these blocky ass brows that I'm like, you know what? I will stick to this brow pencil. Oh, this is a good colour. Very good colour, actually. This is like the perfect colour for me. How are these spots doing? I might kind of make one of them or a couple of them into little like beauty marks or something later. We'll see how that goes, but yeah, I might do that later. Yeah, that brow gel has like fully stuck my brows down, which I really, really like. I know it's not for everyone, but my brow hairs are quite long. Like I can so easily just curl them down like this. And they will just stay like that. If the wind catches them too much, my brows will just look like this. So I need to get a little bit more of that brow gel in there, but any brow gel that kind of sticks my brows in place, I love, because this doesn't look good. It's like a stupid weird fringe. Like, what the hell is that? Yeah, that brow is not moving. All right, brows are on. That little combo is nice. I mean, I'd prefer if it was like a skinnier nib, but I'm not bothered at all. Like, this is really, really nice, especially for the price. It's a good brow pencil. So next up, I have a little bronzer quad. This is in the shade Golden. It says, create a healthy looking tan effect with the shimmering powder. I thought it was matte. Is there at least like one matte one in here? So obviously, I don't know if you guys have seen before, but E.L.F. packaging, very, very similar to NARS. Oh, okay, that might be all right. No, that's shimmery. Yeah, that's definitely shimmery. Do I have anything else? I mean, I've got this Fresh and Flawless Natural Glow face palette. It looks like it's maybe got a bronzer in there. Please? I'd like something matte. Hey. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and use this shade first, and then I'll use that bronzer in a second. Okay, so there's a lot of kickback. Like, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this. There we go. Ready? Just kind of like goes everywhere, but that's fine. Let's just bronze up these chickies. So in this palette, it looks like we've got 2 blushes, 1 bronzer / contour, and then 1 highlight. Seems to actually give me like a nice contoured effect, like nothing too intense, just kind of like a shadow. If I just do half of my forehead there, you might be able to see. That's me like packing the product on. And it's just kind of shading me in nicely. This palette also has a massive mirror, which I can definitely appreciate. I'm actually going to take my F42 brush instead. Bronze up my cheeks that way. Oh, I like that for contouring my nose. It's like not too pigmented, so it just kind of gives like a nice little shadow effect. Yeah, I like that so far. Am I matching? Kind of. Actually kind of matching. So now I'll move on to this shimmery old thing. So I'm just going to wiggle my brush around there. And just pop that on my cheeks. Looks quite cool toned. Okay, maybe I'll focus on like this top bit, because this bit's quite cool toned. I feel like it looked better before. I don't know. I don't like how the powder's kind of like sitting on top of the cream highlighter. Yeah, I preferred it before without this. Next up, I have 3 different powder highlighters. I feel like, again, I've tried this one before. I feel like I picked it up because I think I gave the other one that I had to a friend, but I just still really like it, so I don't know why I actually got rid of it. But this is the baked highlighter in the shade Moonlit Pearls. Or maybe I had Blush Gems. I think maybe I had Blush Gems. But these, let me just see. Yeah, so a little trick with these, once you swatch them, like first time you swatch them, they don't really look that good. You have to kind of dig at them a little bit and get off that top layer. And then once you kind of break that little seal, then this happens. So just a little top tip. If you do have these and you've noticed they don't really have much payoff, fully just like work the top layer off. As you kind of get deep into it, it does get better. I then have one of their baked highlighter and blushes in the shade Rose Gold. So similar sort of situation. I picked it up for this shade. They actually look kind of exactly the same, really, don't they? So I guess it probably literally is just that shade in a duo. Maybe it looks a little bit different, maybe a little bit lighter. but looks fairly similar. And then I'll just do the pinky one as well. So this is more of like a blush topper. That's nice. Looks kind of like NARS Orgasm. So then the highlighter that I am most interested in, like I said, I did swatch this in a little PR haul. It's the Metallic Flare highlighter in white gold. This felt really kind of dry when I swatched it. But I'm curious to see how it'll look on my face. Love the packaging, love the little design. I wonder if you maybe have to like go to town on this one as well. Whoa, okay. Let's do that there. Okay, that one does actually look a lot more intense. Whoa. All right, let's try that. I'm gonna use my Morphe brush today just because it is a little bit more rough, so maybe it'll pick up the product a bit better. Swirl my brush in there. Oh no, it's absolutely fine. No problems here. I can see that it does look a little bit textured from the jelly highlighter, but that is literally just like ice, like white. Nice. That is nice. Okay, I take it back. I take it all back. Yeah, it looks good. I think without that jelly highlighter underneath, it would look a lot better because on some parts of my skin, it's going on a lot more smoothly. But just where I had like most of that jelly highlighter, just looks a little bit textured. But no, this looks this looks good. You cannot deny that looks pretty good. And then I'm also going to go ahead and go in the shade Moonlight Pearl or whatever the hell it was called. And just add a little dust to that. Whoa, that's one shiny forehead. Got a cat hair on my face. Proper like full on milk mustache. Like I have just drunk a pint of milk kind of milk mustache. Do I even have a mascara? I don't think I do I? Oh, mascara is in the same order as the powder. And I don't know where that is. So next I have two blushes. Obviously I have the one in this little quad. And then I also have this, which is the Luminous blush in the shade Glowy Rose. It looks a bit scary, but I also kind of want to try it. Yep, quite dark. All right. Oh. Okay, maybe it's not that bad. All right, I'll try it. Just pop that on my cheeks and just kind of pat it up. I feel like my cheeks looking a little bit grey around this area. Well, now I've got to even myself up, otherwise I'll look completely bonkers. I think I'm wearing more blush now than I've wore throughout the whole of like 2018. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of that a little bit. Sorry to break it to you guys, but I'm not really a fan of a lot of blush. I feel like this is the same problem that I had with my last e.L.F. video. That like my cheeks just looked kind of grey and just a bit of a mess, to be honest. So now I think I'm going to go on to my lips first. I have this, which is called the Lip Primer and Plumper. So I'm going to go to town with that. Oh, well, it's in the lid. Okay, let's get you back down from there. Oh, it smells like... What does that smell like? Like hot tamales. I love hot tamales. Oh, I like that. Is it going to be really spicy on my lip? Oh, I feel it. Just like... It feels like it's burning, but I oddly like it. I'm like, I want it to stop, but I also don't want it to end. Okay, so now I've got this lip primer, which just looks like a concealer, actually. I thought it was going to be like a smoothing lip primer. No, that literally just looks like a concealer. All right. Wow. It's like 14-year-old Steph is back. Let me know if you guys used to just paint your lips with concealer and call it a day. Like this. If I had this when I was 14, I would have been unstoppable. Oh my God, my lips actually hurt quite a lot. But still, I kind of like it because I feel like it's doing something. Okay, so while my lips are plumping, doing whatever they're doing, I'm actually going to move on to eyes. I was going to do lips first, but now that this is doing something, I'm going to move on to eyes. So for eyes, I have two different eyeshadow palettes. I have the Rose Gold eyeshadow palette in Sunset, and then I also have the Mad for Matte eyeshadow palette in Summer Breeze. I have seen a lot of people talk about this. I think I've seen Tati talk about this palette before, and I'm pretty sure she said it was one of like her favorite affordable palettes. So keen to give that a go. So I think I'm going to start off with this one, and then if I need anything from the other one, I might dip into it. So that is what it looks like. Love that purple there. So we have 10 different shades, obviously all of them matte in this palette, and I guess there's like a mixture of mattes and shimmers in the other one. Mostly neutrals, got a few little warm tones in there. Why does this jacket just not want to stay on my shoulders? Oh, what's this? What's this lip primer doing? It's like going all bitty. Okay, I'm going to pat that off. Whew. Still got some spicy lips going. Spicy lips. Why does everything that I say turn into something sexual? Okay, so I'm just going to go with that transition shade. So far, so good. easy. Little bit of kickback, but nothing major. I'm then going to take this shade down here just on the same brush. By the way, I'm using a Zoeva 227. And just kind of fluff that on my lid. Ooh, that's nice actually. I know it's like obviously just 2 browns realistically, but that isn't over blending. It's blended absolutely fine. I've done barely any work and it's just kind of doing whatever I tell it to do. I think I'm just going to do like a standard smoky eye today. I'm just kind of feeling it. I'm going to take this shade here. Again, same brush, just do something super lazy because that's how I'm feeling. And I'm going to pop that on the outer corner and just kind of tap that slowly in towards the center. Ollie is home. Hello. My friend.
Hello.
Hello. Ooh, I like this brown.
Yeah.
Not talking to you.
Why not? Why not? You don't want to talk to me?
Talking to my friends.
Talk
Talking to my friends. You don't understand. No. Okay. I like that brown a lot. This little second brown shade here is very nice. Just kind of like changed everything up completely. I'm just going to pop that transition shade on my lower lash line as well. And that is like, I mean, I know it's not the craziest thing I've ever done, but I really like that. That's like a really nice kind of standard brown smoky eye for me. Maybe I'll even take a tiny bit of the black. Tiny bit. Boom. Literally just using the same brush. And I will, again, just pack that on the outer corner. And just deepen it a touch. Just because I can. Nice. I like it. Right. I'm just going to quickly go ahead and go off camera. Do the other eye just to save some time. Add some mascara because obviously this idiot forgot to get some or the order didn't arrive. And I'll check back with you guys for the lips. Alright guys, so eyes are done. I just used a black brown mascara and I'm actually really liking how it looks. It's kind of like super smoky, but also kind of like natural-ish. My lashes are sticking together there. Okay, so for lips, I have lost my lip products. Got them. Okay, so what I have here is the liquid matte lipstick in Praline, don't know how to say it. And then I also have the Velvet Matte Lipstick in Ruby Red. Nude. Red. Nude. I'm going for nude, sorry. I was looking at red thinking, should I do that? But then I have to go and get a lip liner and I just can't bother right now. So again, this is the liquid matte lipstick in the shade Praline, whatever the hell you want to call it. Again, I feel like I have tried this, like one of their liquid lipsticks. Got this like diamondy kind of doe foot. Doesn't really smell of anything. The lip plumper, by the way, has gone down now. Like it's not killing my lips anymore. Very opaque. Seems to be quite thin and comfortable so far. Like that colour. It's kind of like a really 90s nude. Alright, so that's dried down really, really quickly, but not like so quickly that it was hard for me to apply. It just dried down like kind of when I wanted it to. Has like settled in the cracks of my lips a touch, not like majorly. It's just kind of like when I talk you can see it sort of like not splitting but like going in the lines a little bit. Really love the colour though. Like this is just like a standard kind of naturalish nudie shade to me and I love it. Feels comfortable, does feel like something on my lips, and if I kind of rub my lips together, it is very, very matte, but I mean, I guess it is like a matte liquid lipstick, so what are you going to expect? I mean, I've only had this on my lips for a couple of minutes, and I feel like maybe throughout the day, as my lips kind of dry down a bit more, it will get a little bit more dry feeling, but I mean, it's nothing that you can't really solve with more of like a moisturizing lipstick or something like that. So overall, I mean, for the price especially, I like it. I like it with this eye look. It feels good, looks good. I'm happy. All right, guys, so this is a finished look. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section down below. I'm pretty happy with how this look turned out. I feel like I might kind of take off my foundation and reapply. The foundation's fine. Like, once I kind of got concealer and everything involved, it was fine, powdered down fine and everything. But I feel like the jelly highlighter mixed with a few of the bronzers and then that blush and then like the highlighter isn't as intense as what it originally was because we had to blot it down. I feel like my cheek area here just isn't looking its best. Otherwise though, like I feel like my brows are looking good. I feel like my eyes are looking good, lips are looking all right. So overall, pretty happy with this look. I just feel like something with the cheek products that I used, I'm not 100% sold on. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you do want to see more of me because I upload all the damn time. Also, let me know what your favorite e.l.f. products are and if you've had any similar experiences to me. But apart from that, that is it from me. I love you guys and I will see you in the next one. Bye.